Apple just blew up their lineup. The MacBook Air used to be the budget king, but the MacBook Neo now sits at a wild $600. So is the Neo enough Mac for you, or are you gonna regret not spending the extra $400 to $500 on the Air? In this video, I'm gonna help you decide which computer you need in just 4 minutes. Both these have a really premium feel made of aluminum, and they both weigh exactly 2.7 pounds. But the MacBook Neo is also a little bit thicker, but it's narrower too. It also has a slightly smaller display than the one on the MacBook Air. They both feature the same exact Magic Keyboard that has the great layout, all of Apple's shortcuts on the top of it, but the MacBook Air has backlighting on it. The MacBook Neo does not have backlighting. They also have slightly different trackpads. The one on the Air is a little larger and it's the Force Touch trackpad, so it gives you haptic feedback as you click on it. And the Neo is actually a mechanical clicky trackpad that does not have Force Touch on it. The Neo has a 13-inch sRGB display, which is very pixel dense. It looks great, but it doesn't have True Tone and it doesn't have P3 wide color. The Air has a slightly larger 13.6 P3 liquid retina display. It's a little bit taller, so you've got the notch on it, and it also gives you more space for the menu bar. This is way more vibrant, and it also has True Tone to change the color of the display depending on the lighting situation that you're in. But the Neo doesn't have a notch on it, which is definitely a win for some. Let's talk about the ports. The Neo is very limited in the ports department. It has 2 USB-C ports, and one of them is the slower USB 2.0 speeds. There's no MagSafe on it, so you're gonna lose a port on this just to charge, and it also doesn't support Thunderbolt. It'll still work with some USB docking stations with the top port though. The MacBook Air has 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, and it has the MagSafe port, which is super handy for charging. Also, this one can run 2 external displays, even if you've got the lid open. The Neo is capped at just 1 external display, and it tops out at 4K. Both of these do have a headphone jack on them. Both of these perform really well, especially for day-to-day tasks like Safari or Slack or word processing. The Neo is gonna handle all of those with ease, but the M5 chip in the Air is way better than the one on the A18 Pro. Way faster for multi-core work, and if you're doing any sort of video work, then the MacBook Air is going to outperform the MacBook Neo in video exporting and video rendering speeds. The big controversy with the Neo is its RAM. It's fixed at just 8 gigabytes of RAM, which is probably not a good sign for longevity on it. The MacBook Air starts at 16 gigabytes of RAM, and it starts with the 512 gigabyte SSD. With the Neo, it comes with a 256 gigabyte SSD, or you can upgrade it to 512 for an additional $100, and that also gives you the Touch ID button instead of the lock button on it. Both these have great 1080p web cameras, which is going to be perfect for any sort of video calls or online meetings. But the Air's camera has the 12 megapixel center stage sensor, which is able to follow you around as you move. And it also has desk view for showing something that you're working on, even on a web call. As far as battery life, the Neo has a smaller 36.5 watt hour battery. The Air's is 53.8, which gives you about 3 to 4 more hours of real world use out of it. The Neo is also a little bit slower to charge because it only can support up to 30 watts of charging power, and it only includes a 20 watt charger in the box. The Air supports fast charging all the way up to 70 watts. The MacBook Neo starts at just $600 and the Air starts at $1,100. You should get the Neo if you're a student, or if you're on a really strict budget and your life is mostly spent doing things that are cloud-based, where you're using less actual applications on the computer. Or if you want to use this for things like word processing, completing assignments, paying bills, printing things out, the MacBook Neo is going to be a great option for you, and I really recommend spending the extra $100 to get a little bit more storage and also to get Touch ID. But buy the Air if you want to do any creating or building, if you want to edit videos, code, or if you want this laptop to last you 5+ years with the better RAM that this comes with. The M5 Air is the best bang for the buck upgrade Apple has ever offered. So which of these are you going for, the Air or the Neo? If you still don't know which one to choose, visit my website adamtalks.tech/Mac, and I'll give you personalized Mac buying advice. If you want to just check out my favorite models, I got links to buy all of these in the description below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any upcoming content.